What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we completed up the second temple of the game. And in this episode, well, before we go off and find the next section of the Twilight Realm, we're gonna spend some time and collect a few items and do a few side quests. So, first things first, let's actually head over to the shop since it's actually opened up now. And we'll actually be able to get ourselves a brand new item, so that's exciting. Anyways, this is Barnes' bombs. So yeah, as you can expect, we can straight up just purchase bombs here. No need to find them in a temple. Hey now, bud. How about this now? Yep, I finally managed to get my numbers together and open up shop again. Well, sort of. I guess I've only got one type of bomb, but hey, that's more than none, right? If only my storehouse had survived. But hey, ain't bad as all that. I'll add more types as we go. For now, have yourself a look-see at what I've got so far. Alright, so he has some standard bombs for 30 rupees. Let's pick those up. What's this now? You ain't got a bomb bag for carrying bombs, huh? I've got a special offer going right now. My bomb bag premium kit, which comes with a bag and bombs for just 120 rupees. How about that? Well, gee, that's slightly more than 30 rupees, but I guess we'll take it. That's right, now you'll get to taste the true height of perfection with my finely crafted bombs. Oh, and you can combine bombs and arrows to make bomb arrows for when you need ranged explosives. I'll send you a letter with the details later so you can read about it at your leisure. Alright, sweet, so there we go, we got ourselves some nice and explosive bombs. And bomb arrows are really awesome, I'll show those off in a little bit, but for now, what do you say we get out of here, because there's still more important things that we need to do. Now, you may have noticed on the way here, but yeah, since we completed up the Goron mines, the Gorons are back here in Kakariko Village, and remember how we used them to scale Death Mountain by climbing on their backs? Well, you can actually do that here in town, so what do you say we talk to this guy and have him launch us up to the roof? Now that we're able to go back into our mines, I was finally able to bring Barnes the new delivery of bomb ingredients, brother. It looks like he has already started selling them again. You should try out Barnes brand bombs sometime, brother. Isn't that a tongue twister? Say, brother, if you ever want to get onto the roof of the store, I can launch you up there. What do you say to that? Let's do it. Climb up, brother. Alright, so yeah, we can just like climb on the backs of these guys, and then they will launch us up. Nice and easy. And that's pretty much how you're just going to get up here in your human form, since you know you can't like jump in your wolf form. But yeah, we do actually want to go all the way to the top of this area, sort of like how we went up here when we were looking for the shadow insects back when we were collecting the Tears of Light. But we can actually go even higher than we did before if we talk to this guy. There we go. I heard this town was also attacked by beasts, and that it had met with a terrible fate. It is shameful that we were so concerned with ourselves that we did not even help them. I am helping the little human up above keep watch to help relations between Kakariko Village and our people on Death Mountain. You want to check out the view from up top? It's pretty amazing scenery, brother. Climb up on my back and take a look. Alright, let's do it. Climb up, brother. I wonder who's actually up here. He did say a little human, so perhaps it's one of the kids from Ordon Village. Although, probably not Mallow, because, you know, he's running his shop. So it might be Tallow or it might be Colin, but this is actually important for a side quest, and we will get a piece of heart from this. So, dun 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 dun, check it out, it's actually Tallow who's up here. Let's talk to him. What's up, dude? Link! Check me out. I'm up here keeping watch for the whole town. Yeah, any more monsters try to attack, and I'm gonna be ready. I'll shout my head off and warn everybody. Aw, gee, but if I had a bow, then I could just sit up here and shoot all those nasty monsters. Oh, hey, I know Link. You can show me how to use one. Come on, please. Just show me how to shoot a bow, Link, okay? Alright, let's do it. Oh, yes! Okay, Mallow's down there in front of the spring, so go down and find him, then show me from there. I'm not really sure that's how learning works, Tallow. You came! But, can you really use a bow? I've never seen you so much as hold a bow back in Ordon. Whatever. First off, shoot through that. Man, Mallow does not seem amused, but maybe we can impress him, so what do you think of that, huh? I guess that one was a bit on the easy side. Fine, how about that? Easy peasy, no problem. And bam. Hey! Up here! Try to hit this pole. Alright, this one's actually kind of hard. You really got to aim for like this one little tiny speck. But once you center it, you should be able to hit it. There we go, no problem. Whoa, you hit it! You hit it! Thanks, Link! Oh, I guess you have a little bit of skill when you concentrate. Looks like you've left some battles behind you. Impressive. Take this. And for our troubles, he gives us a piece of heart. It seems like we finally have the respect of little baby Mallow. Alright, so like Barnes was saying, we can actually combine our newly acquired bombs with our arrows. So just press Z on the item selection menu and bam, there you go. Now we can take these and actually shoot it at these rocks up here on the cliff. And check it out. Underneath them is a piece of heart. We're actually going to be collecting quite a few pieces of heart in this episode just because there's so many of them in the game to collect. So there we go. Only one more and we can fill up another heart container. You don't actually need to unequip your bomb arrows. If you want to use bombs on the floor, you can still like just shoot at them with your bomb arrows if you want to. And honestly, I kind of prefer to because it's a lot quicker. Anyways, let's just follow this cave all the way through. This is actually going to take us sort of behind the scenes of the Spring of Light. But we actually want to dive down and equip our iron boots. That way we can sink all the way to the bottom and check it out. There is a chest down here, so let's open this bad boy up. And what's inside? Well, it's actually another piece of heart. So there we go. We filled up another heart container. You'll notice that there is a rock down here, but we can't do anything about that right now. Like, our explosives do not work underwater, and we have no other way of breaking that. So just keep that in the back of your mind for now, and we'll have to come back for that a little bit later on. Alright, there's actually one more thing that I do want to do while we're here in Kakariko, and then I promise we will leave to go in Hyrule Field. The Hyrule Field that we already visited, not the new section yet, but we'll go back and collect a few other things. For now, let's head into Malomar because he actually will have a new item that we should just buy while we're here. Hey, Link, buy something. Alright, so this is the Hawkeye. It's 100 rupees. It's a new item specifically for this game. And what you can do with it is combine it with your arrows. And basically the Hawkeye will allow you to scope in, if you will. So you can zoom in on targets that are farther away. So for instance, like if we had this when we were doing the mini game where we had to shoot that pole, we could have like equipped the Hawkeye and that pole would have been a lot easier to see. This item isn't really used too much throughout the game, but it will be helpful in certain areas later on, so we might as well pick it up now. It's definitely worth the 100 rupee price. But now that we got that, we're pretty much done here in Kakariko, so let's head out and go into Hyrule Field, since there's a few things that we can do and collect while we're out here. Plus, I actually want to go back to, wow, I can't believe I actually messed up that jump. But, I actually do want to go back to the Light Spring in Ordon Village, since there is something that we can do there as well. First things first, though. Oh, hang on, Mailman. Mr. Link, wait! What's up, Mailman? Make it quick, man. I don't even want to read your letters. Greetings, Mr. Link. I have come to deliver a letter. There is a letter for you, Link. 2 letters, in fact. Well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail. Alright, see you later, dude. One of the letters is from Barnes, I know that much. The other one, probably not too important, so I'm not going to bother reading it. None of the letters really require your attention, like, right off the bat anyways. For now, let's actually head in this direction, because there's something over here that I didn't realize that you could get at this moment until someone actually sent me a message. But right on this little rock pillar is actually a piece of heart. I thought you needed another item to get this, but nope. You can actually just target it with your Gale Boomerang and get it just like that. So there we go. Nice and easy piece of heart. But wait, there's more. We can actually get another piece of heart now that we have access to bombs. So let's quickly just make our way over to the right half of this section of Hyrule Field and check it out. There's a funny looking rock over here. So whenever you see something like this, always just blow it up. That's probably your best course of action. And check it out, there's actually a cave behind that rock. So let's go inside and explore this, shall we? Oh, actually, you know what, real quick, let me get my lantern, because we're gonna need this. And oh man, we're actually pretty low on fuel. That could be a problem, but you know what, there actually is a solution to that problem in this cave. So I think I'll go and get that just in case, because we do need to make sure we have fuel when we get to like the other end of this cave. And this cave system's pretty dang long, so if you run out of fuel before you get to that point, well, you'll be kind of sad, because that's where the piece of heart actually is. And that's one of the reasons why you'd actually want to come in this cave. There is actually another reason, but we're going to worry about that a little bit later. For now, let's just open up this chest and get ourselves 20 rupees. Very nice, considering we just spent like most of our rupees on that other stuff anyway, so it's nice to, you know, get a little bit of a return. Alright, so up here is actually our solution to the oil problem, but I do need an empty bottle, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drink this half bottle of milk, since we don't really need it anyways. It's not that important. Alright, so once you come over here, you'll notice that this weird like slime falls from the ceiling. This is actually a yellow chew. Now, if you kill it fast enough and then scoop it up into a bottle, check it out, you have yellow chew jelly. But we can actually use this as oil for our lantern. So now we essentially have an entire like lanterns full of oil along with us, including what's actually in our lantern. So we should be fine to explore the rest of this cave. And you actually do kind of want to explore the entirety of this cave, at least while you're here now, because as you'll notice, like, it is like filling out the map as we go along, and that's kind of important, because later when you come back in here for the other reason I was talking about before, you really won't have to worry about like refilling out the map or anything like that. And geez, I forgot how many enemies were actually in this cave. Like, there are so many of them, although they're not really hard enemies. They're just like the ones that jump at you and attack you without really any warning. Whatever. Alright, once you get to this torch, let's head this direction first, since I believe the piece of heart is actually down in one of these sections of the cave. And since we're low on oil, I kind of want to get that first before we do anything else, although it really doesn't matter since we do have the extra oil. And it's a good thing that it doesn't matter, because, yeah, I kind of went the wrong way, actually. Not good. And oh no, there goes our lantern. Alright, let's just quickly fill this back up. That way we can actually see what we're doing again. There we go. Alright, let's light this torch. Not really going to do anything, but at least we can see. That way we can actually open up this chest and get ourselves 50 rupees. Very nice. Not bad. Alright, so, I'm pretty sure the piece of heart is actually down this side of the fork in the cave. So let's just go down here and hopefully we end up where I want to be. This cave can actually be kind of confusing, but I'm pretty sure right down here is where I want to be. Yeah, okay, there's a skeleton and 2 torches. This is exactly where I want to be. So let's just take care of this guy real quick. And now, if we light these 2 torches, well, check it out. A chest is going to magically appear for us. Hooray! And, let's get what's inside. I'm sure you guys already know, because I kind of spoiled it already, but inside is another piece of heart. So already just 3 more pieces, and we can fill up another heart container, which, believe it or not, might happen sooner than you think. Alright, down this section is actually a new enemy. So right now, it's just a floating lantern, but remember that that is there. It's kind of important for later on. We're not going to do anything about that right now, so instead, let's just go and explore the rest of the cave. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that that thing was there, so you have that in mind for later on. And alright, wow, there was actually nothing really important down here. I kind of thought there was another chest with rupees in it, but I guess I was mistaken. Alright, so now we've actually explored the entirety of this cave, And since there's really nothing else that we have to do in here, what do you say we leave this place? I think I'm actually gonna go and head back to the Ordon Village Spring of Light or whatever, since there is something that we can do in that area. So you know what? I guess I will just meet you guys once I get there, because it's pretty far away. Alright, so here we are pretty much at the entrance to the spring. Now the reason why I'm coming back here is because, well, check it out. There is the Golden Wolf. So what do you say we learn a new hidden skill? It might actually become really helpful. We meet again. You have a little more of the look of a hero than you did before. Do you feel ready to earn your next skill? I do. Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the ending blow. Now then, come at me. Alright, so all we gotta do is perform a finishing blow. Now, I know I said I was gonna talk about the history of this character, you know, next time we meet him. But I think I might have to wait on that just a little bit longer. Excellent. It appears that you are certainly capable of performing my lost arts. Very well, my second skill is the shield attack. Let it be hewn into your mind. The shield attack is actually probably one of my favorite moves in combat, just because it does make it a little more intense. No matter how well-tempered a blade is, if a foe is clad in armor and bears a shield, the sword will do it no harm. When facing such a foe, you must lock on with Z and thrust your nunchuck forward to thrust your shield against the defense of your enemy. Use Z to lock onto me, then try it. You have learned much, so I am sure you will know the moment when you can do a shield attack. Alright, so attacking an enemy with a shield is actually really easy. Just walk up to him and bash forward, and then swing at him with your sword. Simple as that. Excellent. Open a hole in your enemy's defense, and use your sword to strike without hesitation. The shield attack I've just taught you can also be used to repel an enemy's projectile attacks. Would you practice? Then repel my magical attack with your shield attack. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this can actually be kind of tricky just because, yeah, like half the time I swear my nunchuck just does not register for me. I'm not really sure what causes this, because like my spin attacks work, but for whatever reason, I can never get like the shield attack to work. Oh, there we go, we actually got it. I think it's because like I swing it too quickly. Perfect. When your enemies assail you with projectiles, this is how you will defeat them with ease. Done. You have learned the second of my hidden skills, the shield attack. So yeah, I guess if you're having trouble with it, just like, don't slam the nunchuck forward like I do. Just kind of like, I don't know, waggle it slightly and maybe that'll work. But I have 5 more secrets to teach you, in time. The path to becoming the true hero is a long one, but once you have grasped all the hidden skills, you shall be worthy of walking it. You must persist on the lonely path of the sword to obtain true courage and earn the strength to conquer the great evils of this world. Do not forget your discipline with the blade before we meet again. Alright, dude. I won't, but there we go. We've got ourselves another attack. We do actually need to head back to Kakariko now, so you know what? I guess I will just meet you guys over there. Alright, so now that we're back in Kakariko, I guess the next thing that we would need to do is, you know, head to the new section of Hyrule Field and look for the next section of the Twilight Realm. But you know what? We're gonna do that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.